Clemson, Louisville on Friday night epitomized what ACC football is all about. Mediocre, mistake-prone. Nobody wanted to win it, but somebody had to win it. But a whole lot of fun. Clemson 20 and Louisville 19. The Tigers didn't necessarily win the game as much as the Cardinals gave it away, and therefore gave away their season. The ACC is for the taking for anyone who wants to play competent football, but we could not find any competent football on this night. But again, it was fun to watch. Appreciate you being here at the Voice of College Football for the best in discussion, debate, and analysis. We come your way live just about every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday after the ball games or 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Please join the best chat in college football and give me a call as well. No Bryant Wesco for Clemson, their number one receiver, 31 catches, over 17 per and 6 touchdowns. On the flip side, though, no Isaac Brown on the Louisville side. One of the best ball carriers in all of college football, 8.6 yards per carry. He missed the Cal game. Louisville, a 19-point favorite, lost. He would miss this Clemson game. Guess what? Louisville lost. Cade Klubnik came out at the gate at 5 for 5 on the opening drive. Adam Randall with a 3rd and 5 drop, though. Clemson took a 3-0 lead on a field goal. A.J. Terrell had one of the more impressive plays of the night, forcing a fumble where he just ripped the ball out of the Louisville running back's hands. That set up an Adam Randall next play touchdown as he was completely untouched going into the end zone. Let's move ahead to the end of the first half, because this is analysis time, not just play-by-play, of course. Jeff Brom, one of the best in the business. I have all the respect in the world for Jeff Brom and have routinely, back to his days with Purdue, ranked him among the best coaches in college football, typically higher than what I see him in other rankings. However, we've got a 10-9 football game. Clemson's got the ball at their own 15. There are 36 seconds left in the first half. Clemson has run 2 plays. They've got a 3rd and 6. Clemson is trying to get to the locker room. 36 seconds with the Jeff Brom offense. 3 timeouts in his back pocket. He took none of them until he forced what he thought was a Clemson punt with 5 seconds left in the first half. Instead, Clemson kept the offense on the field, did not want to risk the punt. We would see a little bit later why they wouldn't want to do that. Cade Klubnik threw the ball out of bounds, but that was a missed opportunity. Let's say it's a 40-yard net punt. That means Louisville gets the football at their own 45 with about 30 seconds left in the first half. What am I missing here? Jeff Brom again. Missed opportunity there. Let's go to the second half. Kewan Brown was remarkable in this game in replacing Isaac Brown. 12 carries at one point for 134 yards, and he was running mad, angry. Just ask Khalil Barnes. He got in his way more than one time, 2 or 3 times, where Brown basically just stomped on his chest after he knocked him down, a future NFL defender. It was pretty impressive to watch, and dragged him down to the 4-yard line on one play. And then Jeff Brom, in his bag of tricks, the nice little would-be, looked like an option play to the left, pitch it to Colin Lacey, who would throw it to Nate Kariski, the tight end, the running back, halfback option play going the other direction, kind of a reverse option off the would-be option for the touchdown. 7 plays, 75 yards for Louisville. They led it 16-10. Clemson comes back with a field goal. Being able to drive down the field to get some field goals and a touchdown, Clemson, despite being 0 for 8 at this point on third downs. We will show you the stats for the entirety of the game as we move into the second half. Wesley Bailey almost gave Clemson a touchdown because the Cardinals had stopped the Tigers inside the red zone, and Bailey was caught for a horse collar. I thought it was highly questionable on a Cade Klubnik sack. So Bailey gets the sack. Louisville should have been off the field with a Clemson field goal attempt, but it actually worked out for Clemson worked out for Louisville actually, because Clemson fumbled the football twice on 2 consecutive plays inside the 2-yard line. They got the football back thanks to an offensive lineman on the first play, in which they attempted to give the ball to a defensive lineman, Peter Woods. I know he's a freak. He's a 5-star. He's a future NFL first-rounder. But let's stick to the guys that know how to handle the football. Woods fumbles. So what does Clemson do? This is Clemson football circa 2025. Kate Klubnik has more experience now that Drew Aller's on the sideline than any quarterback in college football by far, and he's still making mistakes. Did you see this buffoonery in the backfield with he and Woods? So Woods just fumbled. He's a defensive lineman. Let's put him back there again. Klubnik turns around. I don't know whether he was trying to give Woods the football or trying to keep it or play action it or what he was trying to do, but he kind of threw it into Woods' shoulder pad. Another fumble. This time Louisville gets it and thwarts the drive. 10 plays, 73 yards for nothing for Clemson. And this would pretty much be the night for both teams. And so Clemson basically gave this game away about 18 times. Fortunately for them, Louisville gave it away about 19 times. The next time Clemson got the football, we've got about 8 or 9 minutes left in the ball game. Adam Randall takes off for 46 yards, 15 carries for 105. This was a 6-play, 56-yard drive, 1-yard TD by Randall. Clemson leads 20-19 because of a missed PAT. 7 minutes left in the game. Louisville with a nifty Jeff Brom special once again on the reverse screen pass as the running back threw it out to the other running back, and Cullen Lacey raced for 60 yards to the 27. So Louisville with under 4 minutes left to play in good shape to take the lead. However, they miss a field goal with 4 minutes left in the game. This would be an issue for the Cardinals down the stretch, but Clemson gives it right back. So 20-19 Clemson. Louisville takes it down the field. They miss the field goal with under 4 minutes to play. Clemson gets the football, obviously, on the missed field goal. They go 3 and out, but the punter can't scoop up the bad snap, runs the football. They lose 13 yards. Louisville set up in prime position to run clock, kick the game winner, walk off, because Clemson gives them the ball on the snafu of the punt snap. But number 53, Robinson, the offensive lineman for Louisville, has to shove some guys after the play's over, gets whistled for a penalty, sets up a 3rd and 29. The running back, Lacey, breaks some tackles in the open field to give Louisville a shot on the field goal. On the 3rd and 29, almost gets a first down, but Louisville switches kickers. We will show you the 2 kickers on the stat sheet there. He misses from 46. Dabo Sweeney on the sideline looks like he just won the national championship, because it's been so long since he remembered what it felt like to win a national championship. He's at Louisville on a Friday night. His team's 4-5. The team that they're playing just missed a second field goal, but there's still 2 minutes left in the game. I think $1:45 left in the game, and Dabo Sweeney is like knees in the air, hugging his assistant coach, whomever got the joy of hugging Dabo Sweeney with $1:45 left in the game. Now, that pretty much did it to a certain extent, but Louisville would get one more shot. And this was less about the play calling or the chance that Louisville had, because they got the ball back at their own 9-yard line. Just about 30 seconds, no timeouts at their own 9. So basically a 1-in-20 shot of getting anything done. Only needed the field goal, but still. And then I turn you over to the ESPN broadcast, because you would have to listen to it to believe it. Listen, go back. You can go on YouTube, look up the game, listen to the last drive of the game for Louisville as they are desperately trying to, of course, run plays, stop the clock without timeouts, get in range for a field goal to win the game 22-20 and save their CFP chances. Listen to Andre Ware's commentary. I'm not going to criticize one of the greatest passers in the history of college football with prolific statistics, a first-round pick to the Detroit Lions, and, of course, a Heisman Trophy winner. But it was like he was watching some other game. I don't know what he was talking about. Clemson hangs on to defeat Louisville 20-19. The Tigers are 5-5. The Cardinals' season is over at 7-3. Best they can do in the ACC is 5-3. If they beat SMU, they've got Kentucky left. But again, with 3 losses, with so many teams tied for first place in the ACC, with 1 loss, it would take some kind of mathematical miracle, and I don't even think that exists. They might be eliminated at this point. So just chalk it up. With all the mayhem that could occur in the ACC, no, I don't think there's enough mayhem to get Louisville in the championship game. Clemson is wrapped up. If this is an accomplishment, you tell me. 26 consecutive seasons in the ACC without a losing record. Clemson finishes 4-4 in the conference, 5-5. They've got Furman. They get the win there. They get to a bowl game. They've got South Carolina, who's pretty hapless this year as well. If you saw Dabo Swinney after the game, you would think, again, they won the national championship. But I know when he suffers criticism and therefore his team suffers criticism, he likes to flip it and take advantage of any positive possible. He admitted that this game was ugly. Both teams tried to give it away, but he went on and on about how resilient this team is. Certainly not in terms of wins and losses have they been resilient. Now he can feel good about his team and how close they are and how they continue to work hard. None of us get to see that. I will leave it up to the coach, and I will take his word for it. But in regards to him saying they are champions, and I know to a certain extent he's trying to mold them as champions in life, and that's more important long term. But Dabo Swinney, you are hired to win football games and win championships. This team is, of course, nowhere close to even an ACC championship. And that team that finally wins that is certainly not a great football team. But that's ACC football on a Friday night. Clemson wins over Louisville. The Cardinals are out. We will keep our eyes on Georgia Tech and Boston College, Virginia, and Duke. This opens the door further for Miami, which, of course, would have lost the tiebreaker to Louisville. And the Canes, they, of course, have a game coming up against NC State. All those games factor into the ACC championship equation. Keep it locked in here at the Voice of College Football. Leave those comments and questions down below.